week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
And what big news it was back in January when news leaked out that Matthew Stafford was leaving Detroit and heading out west to join the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are hoping he's the missing piece to the puzzle as they seek a Super Bowl title. Over 45,000 yards passing as a Lion, but not a single playoff victory in his entire tenure. The Rams general manager has said he can envision Stafford staying 5 to 8 years, which would take him into his 40s.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. And that's a first down for the Rams after the catch there by Robert Woods. And he's coming up with back-to-back 90-catch seasons. I've always admired his game. Throw it to him, hand it to him. He blocks downfield. A complete receiver that doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
We play to win.
After review of the play, ruling on the field game.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 45.
Throwing again is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. To the air again, Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Stafford. And it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
49-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his 2nd in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, the most since his record-shattering 50-touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking with his plan to play beyond the age of 45, which is still 2 years from now. Look out, NFL. Tom Brady still wants to win.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a first down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And Chris Godwin, one of those great unselfish players. Remember, he gave up his uniform number to Tom Brady when he got to town. And he's kind of known as the 1B to Mike Evans' 1A. In this Tampa Bay pecking order among receivers, he makes a nice catch there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. To throw is Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We always talk about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Well, Charles, as the Rams come back out here on offense, let's think about their 2021 campaign. Remember, they were 10-6 last year, but now the change at quarterback because Jared Goff goes to Detroit, and from Detroit, they get former #1 pick Matthew Stafford. He says he's got a kind of a new lease on life. What do you see from Stafford and the Rams this year?
He certainly does because he goes into a season actually believing that they can win in the playoffs. You know, when he's played in Detroit, he only got there 3 times and never won a playoff game. He has the potential now to make it happen and get to a Super Bowl. Remember, that defense is still there. Aaron Donald is still there. This is a Rams team with a lot of hope and a great roster.
Unfortunately for LA, though, one guy that won't be there, Cam Akers, with that injury. He will miss the entire season. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Right side complete, that's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Stafford. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Again, it's Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
Here comes the offense again for the defending Super Bowl champs, who Charles returned all 22 starters for the 2021 campaign, and they're trying to be the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champs since the Patriots did it back in 03 and 04 with a quarterback named Tom Brady.
And this version of that quarterback expects this team to actually repeat as well. And boy, does he burn to make that happen, right? When you think about it, take the Patriots to back-to-back and take the Buccaneers, already immortal. He goes beyond that as well. And this team, the only thing that can stop them, complacency. And that won't happen with TB12 around.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty. But now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency, but in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Brady. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Brady. It's complete. It's Miller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Brady now on first down. He drops it off for Bernard. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Brady again. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. second down and goal. Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Antonio Brown. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-3.
Buccaneers 10.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the gadget play gets them into the end zone. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford, his throw incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
People constantly make the joke about defensive backs being wide receivers that can't catch, but Carlton Davis puts a lie to that theory, snags that one, and he's not a guy who gets a lot of publicity, but a big part of the Bucs' run to the Super Bowl title last year. A former second-round pick out of Auburn in 2018, he led the Buccaneers with 4 interceptions.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Nice shot, Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Brown. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
Ndamukong Suh continues to be one of the pillars of a stout Buccaneers defense. They helped the team win the Super Bowl last year. 6 sacks in 2020. And if you don't send extra blockers his way, that number will go up.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, he's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Second and 11 now. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.